What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 2 with Kappa Mode. Oh yeah, guys, so I've been doing some things off camera here, trying to clean things up. So right where I'm standing is where that whole line of machines was. I got rid of them. We might need them later, and when we do need each one, we'll set them up to be in a better spot to work with applied energistics. Probably put it over here with these things, these machines over here. We were talking about, I wanted a fluid transposer for all the different types of fluid. We wanted one for redstone, one for resonant ender. I was gonna say enderium, resonant ender, and then we wanted one for glowstone. So yes, I have made a magma crucible and a fluid transposer for all of these different fluids. I moved the sag mill and alloy smelter all the way to the end over here. They are still hooked up to do the things that they need to do, but yeah, now we can automate a whole bunch of different things, which is really awesome. So being able to automate things with the redstone is very important. And same thing with the resonant ender. What that's going to allow us to do is make tesseracts. So yes, we are now at the point where we can auto craft tesseracts. It's so good. We have the induction smelter making this energizer capsule with a whole bunch of redstone. We have, the fluid transposers, which will make the redstone energy cell frame full and the resonant energy cell frame full. And then we also have the other one with the resonant ender to make the Tesseract frame full. So yes, we can now tell the system to craft these things. They all do all the things that we want them to do, which is pretty awesome. And we can now craft Tesseracts, which is super, super awesome. That's one of those things that, you know, running cables around is great and everything, but if you can slap a Tesseract everywhere and cut down on the amount of energy conduits or flux ducts, whichever you want to use, yeah, it's definitely better. So now we have 3 of these Tesseracts. So I can just tell the system to make as many as I want. If I wanted to tell the system to make, I don't know, 10 more of those things, I think we should be able to handle that. So I've had to upgrade our stuff in the, the last millennium here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. I'll turn this off and we're going to head there. It'll be a little laggy, but it'll be fine. One of the things that I've upgraded over here is our cobblestone production. So I've added in a couple of cobblestone frameworks. We got one from a reward bag. I set up auto crafting so we can craft these whenever we want to. So yeah, inside here we have a crafter. So that's taking the cobblestone, crafting that into compressed. We have a crafter that's crafting that into double compressed. Another crafter crafting it into the triple. The triple we have filtered, so that's the only thing we are extracting out. And we're extracting that into our compactor here. So now we're making all sorts of stuff a little bit faster. We're still using our cobblestone generator over here as well. But yeah, I think just adding in additional things like this to make cobblestone faster is probably the best way to do it. So we're currently at 16 octuple compressed cobblestone, which is okay. We need a lot more than that. So we can start making a whole bunch of bedrockium stuff. Eventually we'll get to the EMC and then that'll be a lot easier. But for right now, definitely we want to make cobblestone and just have that stuff being produced all the time as fast as possible. So I've added in a lot more crops over here. We've had seeds made for a lot of these things, but we haven't really done much with it. So I've added in nickel, silver, tin, lead, bronze, electrum, osmium, and invar. Yeah, all of those are things that we needed. Over here, I have added coal, manulin, and lapis. Yep. And then I have made the storage for all these different things so we can make sure that we have a place for all those to go and they're not just filling up our ME disks. I know this wall looks pretty random, like nothing's in any particular order, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter. It's just connected to applied energistics, and we can sort and see like how many, I don't know, nether stars we have. Is I guess that thing is full. Wow, I didn't expect that to get filled up that quickly, but I guess having the 9 plants running, yeah, that's definitely a thing. I might have to, you know what, it'd probably be a good idea, in fact, to swap out all of these storage drawers and swap them all into deep storage units so we never run out of stuff. Those nether stars, these nether stars right here are what, 147,000 EMC each. That is really, really good. These will probably be our main source of converting into EMC later when we are able to do that. So having the most amount of those possible and not wasting and voiding them out like we're doing right now, probably a good idea. That'll be a project for a little bit later on. So yeah, I've added in the cobblestone. I've added in a lot more plants over here. Yeah, just things that we needed to do. We keep running out of things like lead, so I have added that to our induction smelter over here. Same thing with silver. I'm trying to think. I think there was another. Our interface back here that's providing all those ores is getting fuller and fuller. Silver, lead, tin. Tin was another one we added. Ferrous I added a little bit ago. Gold and iron were the original ones. Can I fly? It wasn't letting me fly for a second there. Yeah, and I've had to rearrange this a little bit. We're now using 10 channels. 2 channels goes up here, and then the other 8 are down here on our deep storage units. No, I guess 3 go up there and 7 are down here. Anyway, so we have a bunch of deep storage units down here, which are holding the different ingots. You can see we don't have very many silver because I just added that. Same thing with the lead and the tin. These other ones, yeah, we have hundreds of thousands of them and millions in some cases of these other things, which is really, really good. Okay, so I need to go ahead and make sure I leave the farms running in the last millennium. I forgot to turn that on when we warped back. It's definitely something I want to keep going so we can continue to get more tin, silver, and lead. The lead was important for making those Tesseracts, so that got me going for that. I also added in this little black border around here. It kind of felt like this was too big of a white area, I guess, and we needed to break it up somehow. Yeah, so I added that in. I might continue these walkways all the way across. I haven't figured, or I haven't decided if I want to do that just yet or not, but today, let's go ahead and start working on some more quests. So in the beta section last time, we were doing all this different armor. We got all the way up to the VCO armor, and we have that sitting right here. That's going to be for later. But for right now, let's go ahead and continue on with some more quests in this section. I want to knock out this stuff up here. It's not really important, like we haven't had to eat anything for a while, but eventually we're going to move on beyond this armor, which auto feeds us, right? And we're going to need a food source of some type. So we're going to need some way to get food. The quest here wants us to get epic bacon. Yeah, so epic bacon is a great food source. I think it fills up completely your saturation and your hunger bars. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's pretty close, if not all the way full. But before we can do that, we need to do these other quests. So let's make some bakeware. So mortar and pestle, and then a skillet. Mortar and pestle, skillet. What was the other things that I wanted to do? Cutting board. We already made a pot previously. Bakeware. So cutting board, bakeware. I can't remember what the last one was. Was it skillet? Did I already do? No, saucepan. Saucepan and mixing bowl. We have 2 more. Saucepan, mixing bowl. Okay, so now we should have everything in here. So a mixing bowl, very easy. 3 planks and a stick. All right, let's do some planks here. We'll tell the system to craft up, I don't know, 100 of those. We could probably use the extras anyway. Okay, so there's that mixing bowl. We can probably want to start taking these off the list as we do them so I don't get confused and remake other things. So saucepan, so that is copper in a stick, steel in a stick, iron in a stick. I guess we'll do the iron. That's like the easiest one. Let's tell the system to make some sticks. We're always using them. We never have any in stock. There we go. All right, so there is a saucepan. Cool. Let's knock that one off. Bakeware is the next one. Is it this one? Yes. Okay, so that is bricks or nether brick. Do we have bricks? No. Do we have nether bricks? I think we do. Yes. Okay. I was pretty sure we did because I had to make another. Was it the magma crucibles that require the those bricks? Yeah, I made some of that earlier, so I know we had some in stock. Okay, so bakeware's done. Cutting board. Cutting board is made with a plank, stick, and iron, copper, probably steel again. Yeah, steel. Okay, so we'll just do the iron, easiest one. All right, so that one's done. Skillet is made with 2 iron and a stick. Again, we'll just do that one. I'm sure it's copper and steel again for the rest of them. And finally, the mortar and pestle, not to be confused with the Britannia one. We need the one from Pam's Harvest Craft. Okay, so we need stone. Do we have stone on auto craft? You know what? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Now, as I was making the cobblestone frameworks, see I have it on autocraft here. Yeah, we need stone to make that. As I was making this, I was reading the tooltip on that. Let's take a look at it. The tooltip on here, if you press shift, says creates cobblestone from energy, can be upgraded with alloy smelters, sag mills, and crafters to produce different materials. So I assume we put an alloy smelter in there, it'll make smooth stone. I think we might have looked at that a little while ago. I don't remember off the top of my head. Do we have another alloy smelter? We do not. So we could make, let's make one of these things. I would like to have regular smooth stone on autocraft. Let's put it over here in this one. We could add the recipe for cobblestone over here to this huge smelting array. We could do that, but then we still need a way to make cobblestone. We don't have that available, I don't think. Is there a way that we can make cobblestone from plants? That's something I don't think I've ever looked at. Let's take a look. Does our magical crops allow us to make cobblestone? Oh, you know what? It does. It absolutely does. So maybe we will do that. If we can make cobblestone from fire essence and earth essence, we can smelt that over here. That might be the better way of doing it than trying to set up the whole cobblestone framework thing. Okay, so let's do that. Let's make a pattern for these guys. One of those. We want to make sure we do a crafting pattern, not a processing pattern. All right, so there's some cobblestone. And then this will be really easy, actually. So if we tell the system... that a stack of cobblestone equals a stack of stone. Where is the stone? Right there. Very simple. Okay, so I think that's still on a diamond chest. Yeah, I should rename that interface that's attached to here to be like smelter array or something so we know which one's which. Okay, so now we can make smooth stone. Let's add in cobblestone somewhere. I don't know where the best spot to do it. We have one here that's going to craft cobblestone from compressed cobblestone. Let's remove that. We'll add this one in its place. That's probably the better way of doing it. Okay, so now if we want to tell the system stone, and we want to just make regular plain old stone, I want to make 1,000 of it. Yep, there we go. Awesome. Okay, so that's really, really good. That's pretty quick too. All right, so I'm happy with that. So this one right here that was making cobblestone from the compressed, let's unset that one, shift right click, and we'll put that in there. Cool. Whoops, accidentally hit the full screen button. Went out of full screen and interrupted the recording. So anyway, now that we got stone, we can make our mortar and pestle. Like so, and there we go. That should complete the quest. Yes, bakeware is now done. All right, so all of these things are completed. That's going to give us a juicer, which we probably could have used way earlier on, but it doesn't matter. We have chance cube and cinnamon sapling. Cool. That's going to give us a loot chest as well. Let's take that. Right, so all of these items are used to make different things. Like if we look at the uses for this, that's used in a recipe. If we have all these other stuff to make fudumaki, I don't know what that is. Random taco, that sounds pretty random. You can use it to make a beet burger. I highly recommend never eating that. That just does not sound delicious. McPam. All right, so anyway, you can see how that's just used with all these different things from Pam's Harvest Craft to make other things. Guacamole is delicious, by the way. All right, let's put all these things away. I don't know if we need the cinnamon sapling anytime soon and the juicer. Let's open our chest and we get a dirt chest, 9,000. Great. Okay, so now let's take a look at the next quest. That was under the beta section, I do believe. So French toast, that is not French toast. This one wants us to make 16 French toast. Now, I did not see if that was a retrieval task or a crafting. It's a retrieval, so we could auto-craft it or shift-click it in the system or whatever. So to make French toast, we need ground cinnamon, honey, toast, and tofu, or an egg. Do we have eggs? We have 6 eggs. That's not a lot. We do have a chicken spawn chicken. Oh, you know what? Don't we have, we might have chicken essence in the last millennium. The seed's already made. Anyway, let's take a look at honey. Oh, it says honey or sugar. Okay, so that makes it way easier. Toast. All right, so let's do... Okay, we already have bread. Do we have toast? We have toast sandwiches, but no longer do we have toast. All right, so let's put some toast over here. I guess bread into... Which one? This one? Redstone furnace? All right, so now we're gonna have plenty of that. We should have plenty of sugar from our mob farm from all the witches. If not, we have plenty of sugar cane. Yeah, we have 1,000 sugar. So we have ground cinnamon is another thing we're gonna need, and then the tofu. I would prefer to have eggs, which is chicken essence. Oh, okay, so 9 of those makes 4 eggs. That is way easy. Let's go check it out. I'm pretty sure we made the chicken seeds a while ago. Yeah, pretty sure we did. Otherwise, if we're gonna do the tofu method, that's gonna require us to have soybeans. We're gonna have to make the presses for that. I mean, you can do it, it's just way more involved than if you just already have the chicken essence, which I'm pretty sure, or I guess the chicken seeds, which I'm pretty sure we do. Gassed copper cow seed. Oh, do we not? Is it down here? Ah, we never tend it. Okay, but that's fine. So we can just grow that a few times. We don't have to necessarily tend it. Yeah, if we grow it a few times, right click it. Let me just do that. I'll just use some bone meal on that and we'll be right back. Yeah, as it turns out, you can't bone meal magical crops. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking with that. So anyway, I set those up to 10, 10, 10, and I was just kind of harvesting them as the sprinklers on my watering can was growing them up. So now we have our eggs, we have our toast, we have our sugar. We still need the cinnamon, which was given to us as a reward for one of the quests. So let's grab dirt, and I believe we can bone meal this one. We have plenty of bone meal, so it doesn't really matter if we cannot, or if we waste it or whatever. So let's just set that right here. We're just gonna do this as a temporary thing. I don't think we're gonna really need cinnamon very much. So yeah, the cinnamon you get right from the bark just by bone mealing this. I don't remember how you get cinnamon saplings. Let's take a look. We go in here, cinnamon. Oh, let's type it in. How do you get a cinnamon sapling? Okay, so cinnamon plus a jungle sapling, we can remake these. Or we can sift topiary grass. Also, I think you could make the marketplace and get it that way. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But anyway, this is pretty easy to do. So we'll just sit here and hold down right click. I don't know if we need this tree for anything else at the moment. Probably not. Going to collect all that cinnamon. Cool. All right, so to make the ground cinnamon, I assume we need the mortar and pestle, right? Yeah, and then one of those. So we need 16 of those. Let's grab 16. That plus that. Ground a cinnamon. All right, so I think that is all we need for this recipe, right? Looks like we have everything. So let's click this all back in the system, and I should make one full stack. Cool. All right, so now the quest is complete. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so that is going to give us a chance cube, and then we'll do a loot chest from that one. And our loot chest is Amulet of Growth. Okay. I mean, that helps out earlier on, but it's not something we really need. Okay, so look at the saturation on that. That's like, is that almost full saturation plus 5 hunger? That's pretty good for a food. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. Definitely something to keep in mind. All right, so the next one was the epic bacon. So this wants us to make 4 epic bacon. It is a crafting task, so don't shift click it or whatever. We gotta make sure we craft each one individually. Otherwise this thing might mess up. Okay, so let's look at this. Epic bacon. So to make an epic bacon, we need some kind of cooked pork chop, plus a whole bunch of different colored dyes. So since we have all these different dyes on auto craft because of our Technicolor essence, this will be really, really easy. We just need to get ourselves the cooked pork chop, or I guess firm tofu. How are we doing on pork? We have 7. That is not going to be enough. Let's go back. Let's take a look. Is pig essence? Okay, so 4 pig essence turns into 4 raw pork chops. I did set up pig essence and the chicken essence to be auto 10-10-10 right now. So we should have plenty of that essence, so that shouldn't matter. What will matter though is getting this all on autocraft. So let's do that. Let's tell the system how to make this stuff autocraftable. So one of those is going to equal a cooked version. There we go. Yeah, we'll have to tell the system how to make pork chops out of the essence, but that's fine. Let's go over here. So one of those equals one of these, right? Easy. All right, so we got that done. We can do that in the redstone furnace. There's no reason to do that in a mass smelter. Redstone furnace. Yeah, we really don't have much being smelted in there. Right now we have burnt quartz, which I'm not doing too often. And then cooked pork chop. That should be just fine for that recipe. Okay, so epic bacon. Let's see if we can tell the system to craft this. All right, knows about a lot of these except for the green. I believe we can use cactus green. Yes, we can. Okay. We have that on autocraft. Let's make one of those. Okay, so this wants us to do sulfur, orange, red, purple, magenta, and lapis. All of these together should do it. And I'm pretty sure we have plenty of sulfur, magenta, and purple. What do we have here in autocraft? Purple is autocraftable. Magenta is autocraftable. I think we're good. All right, so those are just the ones that we're kind of concerned about. So now we can just put the epic bacon pretty much anywhere in here. It doesn't have to be anywhere fancy. Cool. But yeah, we do have to craft these by hand. So let's make sure we craft the 4 to complete the quest. So let's once again do this. And then 1, 2. Oh, what do we lose? Red. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that should complete the quest. Awesome. So that's done. So now we should be able to tell the system to auto craft the stuff. But it's probably going to complain that we don't have the pork, right? But it has everything else. It looks like everything else is craftable. So that's awesome. So we need to tell the system how to get raw pork chops. Once again, we got to go to the last millennium. Let's see what we got going on here. I don't know if I'm going to take the raw pork, or I guess the pig essence, and just always craft it into the pork chops, or if I should just store the essence and we can just craft it on demand. Man, the frames are so bad. What do we got in here? Okay, we had chicken essence, pig essence. There we go. This is what we're looking for. Maybe we'll just store the pig essence as essence and then we'll craft it on demand, because I don't think we're going to be going through so much epic bacon that we need, you know, thousands of the stuff ready to go. That's my thought on it anyway. Okay, so now we just need to make one final pattern over here. So let's clear this out. One final pattern. Cool, and then we'll stick that next to the bacon one, so they're together. Cool, so now epic bacon, we should be able to auto craft this. Let's tell it to make 10. Easy, I like it. So now we can auto craft epic bacon all the time. The only thing we gotta do is just make sure we have that pig essence available, and everything else should be good to go. All right, guys, so we did not claim the reward for that. Let's do the epic bacon reward, and I don't know, bottom one. That'll probably be the best one, right? So let's knock out a few more of the quests that we have here that are pretty easy to do. We want to continue to bust through these early quests. We still have all the ones in alpha that I'm still dreading just because we don't need any of that stuff. But anyway, let's go ahead and do Floral Fertilizer. So this is very, very simple. It wants us to have bone meal, rose red, and dandelion on us, and we have to submit it. Actually, did we already do that one before? No, it doesn't say that it's been completed. Okay, so rose red, let's grab 10 of those. Dandelion yellow, we'll grab 10 of those. Or 12, that's fine. And then, what was it? Bone meal was the other part? Okay, so let's grab that. This, and this one. Detect submit. I think that's done, even though it doesn't say anything. The claim button became available. So there it is, Floral Fertilizer. So this is now done. So that's going to give us 4 Floral Fertilizer as the reward and 1 chance cube. So we can claim that. Cool. So that one's now done. That one's been kind of bothering me. The carrot one, I'm not sure if we ever got the carrot. No, we never got the carrot seeds yet. We have to, I think, just bone meal grass to get those. We'll look at that some other time since we don't have those available. Okay, so moving on, let's do, how about another easy Botania one? The mana magnet, ring of magnetization was what I was trying to call it, but it said mana magnet. I was like, wait, is that the name? I couldn't remember. So this is a very good magnet, except when you're in Skyblock, in my opinion. But it is rather cheap, and it is a very nice early game magnet, except for Skyblock. So ring of magnetization is pretty easy to do. So it is 4 mana steel. Do we have mana steel? We have a lot of mana steel thanks to our magical crops. So 4 mana steel, and then we need a lens plus iron and gold, and the lens is more mana steel plus a glass pane. Okay, so we can do that, and we should be able to do this. And finally, we should be able to do this. There we go. Not bad. Okay, so there is the ring of magnetization. Now, I don't remember if this ring requires you to have mana. I know some items from Botania do and some do not. But yeah, you can equip this in like your ring slot, and then it's like you always have a magnet on. The thing I don't like about that magnet, is that going to pick it up? No, you know what I think is, oh, it does pick it up. The delay for when you put something down and then when it brings it to you is the thing I don't like about this. So say you're working in the void or whatever and you're breaking blocks, you have a magnet, your magnet's supposed to pick things up, but it doesn't. It doesn't. Your items just fall right into the void, right? So that's why I'm not a big fan of this particular magnet in Skyblock, but it is, for like a regular world playthrough, it is pretty good. I know that it doesn't pick things up for a certain amount of time, specifically because you have to toss things into the mana pool or whatever for Botania for, you know, crafting and whatnot, and that was just a feature specifically for that. But yeah, that it's not my preferred magnet. I want magnets that when I drop something, it just picks the item right back up and puts it into my inventory. That's what I want out of a magnet. Okay, but anyway, let's go ahead and claim this. It does not look like that's going to give us a reward, not a loot chest anyway. Let's pop this thing, and what do we get? A tier 3 chance pendant. We have gotten so many of those now. We're up to 7 of those. We have 2 of the tier 1 and 1 of the tier 2. That's not bad. How many chance cubes do we have? 2,158. I think a lot of those are from our loot chests. Yeah, we have almost 2,000 of these chance icosahedrons as well. 25 of these compact giant chance cubes. I would imagine those are from the rewards that we've gotten so far. But yeah, a lot of these other ones are from our loot chests, I would imagine. So quest updated Floral Fertilizer. I believe that means that that's now available. It's like a timed one, right? Is that what that is? Unclaimed rewards. No, the rewards are claimed. I think, yeah, that just unlocks every 5 minutes or something is how that works. So there's a few more things in Botania to do, but these are going to require a little bit of time, and we don't necessarily need Endoflames to make mana or Rosa Arcana, which turns your XP into mana. We don't really need those. We'll look at them eventually, and then we also have to get this Ring of Odin. I think we got most of the other rings, but we have not received this one, and you can only get that from the tier 2 boss fight. So that's another thing that we'll have to look at in the future. But guys, I think we're going to wrap the episode up here for today. We got a lot of good stuff going on. Being able to get that epic bacon, that's going to be super, super helpful for once we upgrade beyond this armor, because we still need to eat. And this armor is so good. It feeds us automatically. I'm going to miss that feature. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.